Kung Kung. We are just about ready. It goes one of those ASMR videos you're doing right now.
All right.
Leaving? Come. I'm live, but
Oh, sorry.
okay.
Dad.
We out there, right? Call us when you get over there. Put us on the radio so you can listen to our show. Blunt skitty blunt. We are on the YouTube. We are on the YouTube. Ready to go? Are you ready? You don't have a lot of room, when you're sitting here. And just imagine the bigger guys. It's okay.
Gary! I was just looking for the sports channel, Gary.
What's up, everybody?
Peoples. It's good, peoples.
Welcome to another Two Trents and Misfits. Yo, how long has this been? Been 3 weeks, right?
Just about.
3 or 2?
2.
2? Damn, it felt like 3 to me.
Feel like 3.
2 weeks. The first week was what? What was the issue we had the first week? I think it was something. Huh?
You had a doctor's appointment?
Oh yeah, I had an appointment. I couldn't make it. The second one, I think you were locked out or something.
I'm still locked out.
Yes. Oh, but you found a way of getting through. Let's hope Facebook is not listening.
Yeah.
What? He's in?
How did he do this? How did he circumvent?
You gotta start teaching that. You gotta have a class on Facebook on how to circumvent Facebook jail. Ah. Emailed your boy Blunt at. What's up, man? How's it going, bro?
Good, bro. How you been?
Pretty good. We got a lot to talk about, and a lot of people gonna get upset, and that's a good thing. So, am I missing something? Yeah, it's time to start the show.
Ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get this done. Now, am I? Are you?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Let's jump in.
All right, jump right in. Let's get this show rolling. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us today. Before we start, let's give a couple of shout outs. We said we got a good day from Paula. Paula, what's up, Paula? You got a what's up, guys, from Miguel Aquino. Hola from Jose Reyes. Thank you guys for joining us.
Let me give a quick shout out to my boy Supreme. Just left the crib. My man always comes to the crib and work out with me.
Cool.
Safe, my brother. Cool. He's watching right now.
Nice.
Haas, what up, Haas? What's good, people?
Thank you, Haas. So let's do the birthdays. Let's start with the birthdays. We got a lot of names. I was just gonna let you guys know if I miss any, not on purpose, but 2 weeks gone. I try to get as many as possible. Remember that if anyway, let's get the celebration started with the birthdays. How about that?
Start the party right here. Ready? All right.
MVP.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. We go for your birthday. Happy birthday, it's your birthday, it's your birthday, it's your birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. birthday, yo!
All right. Let's go through this list. It's a long list. I'll get through it real quick. So, it's gonna be a lot of bells. Tawana Stacks, happy birthday.
Happy
My
birthday.
friend Euplina Shea, happy birthday. These are people that had the birthdays after 2 weeks ago to today. Thomas Preseo,
Happy
my
birthday.
friend Marilyn Mejia from Florida. Felicidades, happy birthday. Maida Flores, happy birthday, Maida Flores. Gloria Martinez,
Ah,
Misfit, had a
Oh.
birthday celebration. Happy
happy
birthday, girl.
Happy
We
birthday,
got
girl.
Al Texeira, happy birthday to you, brother. Wilfredo Echevarria had a birthday. Happy birthday. Marco Alejandro Marquez Dueñas from Ecuador, happy birthday. Sean Bataglia, happy birthday. And to end that list of May from that week, my wife, gotta give a shout out to my wife who also had a birthday, my precious wife.
Should have been
Still
first.
looking young, still young. She's what keeps me young, huh?
She should have been first.
She doesn't like attention like that.
Oh, well.
My wifey, she knows. Happy birthday. We got, who else we got? We got Bonnie King. Happy birthday. Yevgeny Dickler, happy birthday from Gleason. Hugo Ponciano, another Gleason misfit, happy birthday. Dispatcher Nate Macaulay, had a birthday also. Happy birthday, Nate. I do what I do. Who else we got? We got James Bacon. We got Vicky De La Cruz, happy birthday. Rob Chancleta, not actually his last name. Happy birthday. And gone for not forgotten, Frank Frank Mulholland. Rest in peace, brother. Happy birthday. He had a birthday also. Heavenly birthday to you. Raymond Santos. Yahaira Alvarez, happy birthday. Also to this list, Rob Martinez had a birthday. I think it was last week. Rob Martinez
Happy
running
birthday,
for
bro.
VP at PWU Local 100.
Happy birthday.
Old friend from Flatbush, Jose Papi Lugo. Happy birthday. Trains. We got Philip McGregor. Happy birthday. Eve Rodriguez. Vidya Mohammed. Happy birthday. And last but not least, celebrating his birthday today, Kendrick Santiago. Those are the birthdays for these past couple of weeks that we missed. If you guys want to have your birthday shouted on our show, make sure to email us at twotransimisfits@gmail.com.
.com.
Thank you for that.
That was a
All right.
very long list there.
That was so long. That's what happens when we don't do a show, but I just figure, we have to mention them, even if it's past.
That was a lot. That was a
And
lot.
then when we go on our break, like for 2 months, I don't know if we're gonna hear the birthday for the past 2 months. Happy birthday, everybody.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with this story that's a little crazy. No, wait, we can't do that. First of all, we have to mention we didn't put no pictures up for your thingy, man. You didn't put any pictures.
What thing?
The host thing that you did.
Oh.
Well, we have one.
I have
We have.
pictures, but I don't know.
We got this one.
What's that?
Was this it? That was not
No.
it.
That's not.
That's not it. Not
That's
bad. That was not it. That's not it.
That's
There was a
not
picture.
it.
That was a picture. Anyway, it was when was it? Last Saturday?
Saturday. The Unity
This past
Day.
Saturday, there was a Unity brunch. I was called to see if we wanted to host this thing. But of course, I couldn't make it because when I was out, you guys were already 2 hours in. So Blunt stepped in. He went over there, did his thing.
It was
Tell
It
us
was
a
an
little bit
experience.
about it, Blunt.
hold on, let me get this picture real quick so people can see.
I know you got a couple of pictures up
I have
there.
a couple, but I gotta pick one real quick. Where is it?
While you finding it out, I will say hello. Also, we got peace and blessings. Two Transit Misfits, Nostrum Love from Norman Blackshear. Thank you for that.
Got the Supreme.
And thanks for joining us. Huh?
Got Supreme.
That's Supreme. It's your boy Supreme. Thanks for watching.
All right. So anyway, Saturday was it May 22nd, right? There we go. So you can see I'm there with Mr. Lee Ireland, presidential candidate, hopeful Evangeline Byers, and that is what's his name?
Who are you talking about?
That
Lee?
is no. Oh my God, I got her name. I spoke to her a couple of times. Tiffany. Sorry, Tiffany.
Oh, the young lady next to you.
Yeah, the young lady next to me.
All
Made
right.
me look like a shrimp. That's Tiffany. I'm the smallest dude there, man. That sucks. But yeah, it was very interesting.
You were sitting down. Just say you were sitting down. That's why.
It was very. I didn't have my Timbs on. So it was supposed to be a unity brunch to bring all the platforms together to try to discuss coming together to form one super state to go against the town. Unfortunately, some people didn't show up. As you can see, Lee was there. John Ferretti was there.
John Ferretti.
Evangeline was there. She hosted. She pretty much hosted it, most of it. And so
this is supposed to be everybody else. Tremel was supposed to be there too, I hear, right? Who else? Somewhere from OA?
Somebody from PA.
Paulie, some guy. I'm sorry if I don't remember your name. I've heard it before.
Paulie and
I know Pacheco was there.
Well, yeah,
Pacheco's the one that made the phone call for us.
Right. So yeah, Pacheco's the one that contacted us.
But a few people did not show. This was supposed to be a unity brunch, folks. So it's supposed to be everybody that's running to get together, because as we all know, that if the votes are spread out, chances of anything happening.
Incumbents are gonna win.
Yeah, so that's the whole point behind this that she wanted to do.
Right. She wanted to bring people together and try to formulate one giant slate, and she wanted to be transparent with it so that the members can see for themselves, and decide who to be on the slate. That didn't happen.
If you guys missed it, it's on our show's page.
It's shared all over the place. It's not just on our page, but it's everywhere.
Yeah. So
is it on our YouTube? No, it's not on our YouTube channel, but it's on our page.
Is it? I thought it was.
No. It's on the True Transit page.
Well,
but everybody, it's been shared a bunch of times, so it's out.
Shout out to your boy Blunt for stepping up and
getting
out there.
Shout out to Evangeline for putting the offer out there. You can't. All you can do is try.
Yes.
All you can do is try, right?
People still want to follow whatever they want to follow. They don't want to do the togetherness thing.
That's right.
If things go south after this election, some of you will not have anybody to blame but yourself, I guess.
Right.
But
she does. She's still doing, right, like you said in the picture you had up earlier. She's still doing her stuff every Saturday or something? No, every month.
Yeah, the next one every first Saturday. So the next one is June 5th.
Right. So if you want to attend, it's there. That's the list right there. The dates. Go for yourself and go check her out. See what's about. What's she about, man?
So guys, we want to let you know that just because we went and I say we, the show, went and did this along Evangeline, does not mean that we are, what do you call it?
Picking sides?
Yeah, picking any sides. Matter of fact, when it's my time to vote, I won't know exactly who I'm going to vote for until the day, probably, because I want to do all the research that I can on all these people that are running before I make a decision. But just to let you know, it's not that we are promoting
We're not endorsing
Evangeline. We just wish everybody luck. Doesn't matter who it is. We wish you luck. Even those that are already there, But
I was kind of glad that you didn't go because, I was kind of glad you didn't go because the last time I went to an event, I actually went to Tremel's event when he had that rally for that conductor who got punched in the face in East New York. I went to that event, and I got a lot of heat for that shit. I got a lot of heat. I'm like, what? They're like, oh, you just because I went to the event, which was supposed to be an event to fight against to fight against uh, assault on members. It was an event on assault on members. I went to the event, and just because Tremel threw it, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, you down with progressive action? If you went to the event, you down with progressive action." A lot of people, and they was giving me heat. Like I'm like, listen, and I'm gonna say this again. I don't give a fuck who's throwing what. If it's going to benefit the members, I'm going to beat it. I don't give a flying fuck who's running for what. If it's going to benefit the members, I will support it. Bottom line, you can say what you want after that. I give two fucks. And this just me speaking personally. Brooklyn Pete, two times members, has no affiliation. It's just me.
I feel you. I'm just the same way. I mean, if it's something good, I'll listen to it. It doesn't mean that I'm going to agree with everything they say or do.
Right.
I'll listen to it if it has something. If it's going to bring something for the membership, yeah.
Okay.
But as far as saying, yeah, sticking with this person, I'm going to vote for this person, not necessarily.
I don't have to vote no way, so you can say what you want about me. I don't care who I like.
Rob Martinez, what's up? Thanks for joining us. Dimitri Ross, yes, sir. Who else?
John, we got something for you, bro.
Who else saying hi? Karim, what's up, bro? Yeah, it's been a long time. And Booker, you're late, man. Booker is late. You're late to the show. Unreal.
Listen, guys.
Okay.
Starting next week, we start at 8 o'clock, right? When you jump in the comments late, better let us know when you come in the comments early. Because if you're coming around now, what time is it? 11:17, and we just seen your name for the first time, I'm giving you the hee-haw for lateness.
10 off, just showing up.
Hee-haw.
So let's get this go. So it was a good thing regardless. It was a good thing.
It was a good. I applaud her for the attempt. I applaud. Let me tell you something. There was people there that spoke, and they're very passionate about this union. So it's still lifeblood in the union. There's people very passionate about this union. Some people up there that spoke very passionately. Wilfred Pacheco, my brother, thank you for inviting us. That was a good thing you tried to do. Sometimes it don't work out the way it's supposed to, but it was still it was good. It was an attempt. So let's move.
Good try.
Yeah.
All right. So for our first topic, we got a sad story coming out of California, San Jose. It was a gunman at the
sorry, got a lot of pop-ups on my computer.
The Cali Rail Yard.
VTA, right? That's what it is.
VTA,
VTA in San Jose.
VTA's light rail facility, located on West Younger Avenue near some airport out there.
Yep. Right by the deputy station.
Yeah, so this man went in. I guess he was upset. Shot up the place, killing 8, injuring many others. Let's see what the sheriff says. They received multiple 911 calls about multiple shots. Bullets were still flying when the sheriff arrived. It's sad. It's sad that, when it used to. This used to be happening with the mail. Remember one time
Post office.
The post office. Man, where it was just left and right, where they were getting upset and shooting up and getting angry.
The post office was known for being a very, very stressful job.
Yeah, very stressful, and they couldn't handle it.
And they're very hard on the employees.
They found a number of explosive devices inside the building. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, the shooter wound up killing himself when the cops roll in up to him. He killed himself. They found multiple weapons, ammunition. They were found in his home. Cassidy was the guy's name. That's all I'm going to say. Then the guy's name, the attacker. It looks like there was issues involving the transport system. He was upset. People said that he did not like the way they were being treated. It's a dark moment. They're all essential workers. People showing up like we do here in transit, and we just never know. We
Right.
oh, I'm always wondering about that because sometimes you're in the crew room, and you hear guys like upset. They're really upset about what's going on, either with the union or dispatch and stuff like that. And things. This has happened out here too in the past.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what was it? The rail yards at Coney Island.
Supervisor. Yep.
Supervisor, the guy
Supervisor got
went in
shot.
into the office,
Mm-hmm.
shot him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. So we got to also always like be careful, and I would say keep an eye out on your coworkers. Sometimes if you see something seems wrong, talk to them. Uh, Sometimes it just takes a matter of having a conversation with someone. Are you okay? Are you good? How you feeling? And because sometimes people like this, they feel alone, even though they're surrounded by so many coworkers, but they feel alone to the point that they pop, and that's it. I mean, our condolences to the families of all these transit workers. Uh,
It's crazy because this. They said I read two articles today on that. And I was following it since this had happened. But they said one was saying that he waited after the union meeting, but the two I read today said it might have happened. It might have happened during a union meeting. He knew all those people that he shot. It basically said he shot everybody in the morning crew, and he knew each and every one of them.
wow.
So here's the thing, though. Now we've been preaching on mental health for a while on this show, uh, and I'm always saying, listen, guys, even if you have to go on your own, go talk to somebody because especially now with COVID, people are on edge. And whatever was happening on his job, he had enough. He was planning to do a lot more damage than he did. If it wasn't for the cops showing up as quick as they did, he had bombs, he had a lot of ammo, and he had a specific list of people that he wanted in his mind, I guess. Because they say he didn't shoot certain people. He went after direct people, other people he didn't kill. So he was, yo, if you see somebody on a job that's acting a little funny, man, like P said, man, try to talk to them. Or if you see them, get the hell out of there.
With that said, I want to also bring up that just because the person seems okay doesn't mean that they're okay.
Even the
Uh, I,
strong ones. Even the strong ones.
yeah.
You gotta check them out.
And if you see it's a little like the guy seems to be a little bit on edge, maybe go talk to the union. Maybe have the union listen. I've noticed so and so seems to be a little bit on edge. Maybe somebody could just go talk to him, see if it's okay. We don't know. And it's a way of maybe trying to avoid these things from escalating. Hopefully, it was not something even bigger that just build up to that point. But it's sad, and if it happened there, it happened anywhere, in any workplace.
That's why it
And
shouldn't be. That's why it shouldn't be so difficult to bring up that you need to speak to somebody, especially in a safety sensitive position. Like you can't really say, "I need to talk to somebody," because then they pull you out of service. You're afraid of getting pulled out of service. There should be some kind of law or something that protects you from that. At least do it privately. That's if you, like I said, do it privately. You ain't got to tell nobody you seeing somebody, but go see somebody.
you know what? I didn't have it. There was a paper when you went to Zariga that they give you where if you have any issues at work, at home, whatever, you could call them up. If somebody has that number, you could post it or the name we have from the local. And it's a third party company. And it's like any issue, even let's say blunt, somebody in your own family, they could call this number. It's for everybody. They just need to someone to talk to. Problems at home, problems at work. So if we find that number by the end, we'll
Man,
get it
yeah,
posted.
put it up there.
I had a flyer, and I guess I probably tossed it. I was thinking about that the first week that we were supposed to come back, and I
Make
think
use of that
with the
number.
whole moving, huh?
Make use of that number.
Yeah.
Make
If not,
use.
I'll bring it up next on the next show. I'll have it, and we'll post it. Put a little flyer up because it's important. Anybody has problems, and you just need to talk to somebody. These
Listen,
people are there to help you, and it's
I
private and it's confidential. They don't
mhm.
go telling your boss at work that you wanted to call because you have some issues and you don't feel good, whatever. It's confidential.
But first of all, when you go see a mental health coach, that is that is confidential. They're not allowed to tell anybody that you're seeing them. So if you go privately, that's a done deal. If they say something, you can sue them. And it's just like your health chart. They can't give that out.
Exactly.
They can't give that information out. And if you questioning about what's it like, if you have a question about what's it like to talk to somebody like that, a professional, or you have any concerns, talk to me. Call me. Hit me up. I don't care. I talk to one twice a week. Twice a week. I talk to somebody. It ain't because I'm cuckoo. It's to keep me from going cuckoo. Bruh.
But first, the first thing you got to do is know that there's a problem. You have to put in yourself that there is an issue.
Not only know, you got to admit to yourself that there's a problem.
Admit. And then you can go ahead and try to talk to somebody.
I see a lot of people online that say things, and I'm like, he needs to go speak to somebody, or she needs to go speak to somebody. And I know because I've been there. I can see it. You know that? It takes one to know one.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And I've been to the darkest places. I danced with the devil twice. So my mind wasn't right. You know what I mean? But she keeps me on focus and on She keeps me focused and on track. So if you have any issues about you worried about if you talk to them, what's it like or anything like that, holler at me. I could talk to you, and then you decide from there on.
Yeah. There's not, well, a lot of these things that are being posted, they could be hearsay, so we're not going to talk about that because, it's pretty much hearsay.
I was talking to one of the members earlier today, and I'm like, I wish that he didn't, because apparently he killed himself. I wish he was still alive. I really do, because I want to hear his side. I want to hear what he was going through. I want to hear what it is that made him snap, and then what made him decide to kill these people. I don't want to know what goes through people's mind like that. Like, everybody has problems, man.
And things like that could actually help. Things like that could actually help. Learn from them instead of learn after the dead. Learn while they're still alive.
Everything now that they pick up, unless it's a suicide note written from them, it's just pure speculation. It's just putting pieces and puzzles up and trying to come up with our own conclusion. But nobody really knows except him and God.
Exactly. So moving right along, guys.
What up?
Let's get into our first segment of the night. Because we after such bad news again, rest in peace, and our condolences again to the rail yard, the families of all the deceased and all those are hurt. It's time for our first segment. It's time to share some good news. It's time for
Tell me something good.
Tell me that you like it.
He's not ready.
Okay, huh? Yeah, I should not be singing.
You should have had that ready, bro.
You know what?
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Okay. No, I had two different stories here,
Okay.
but it's the same thing. I just want to see which one is the one I want to talk about. So this comes to us from Nova Scotia in Halifax, Canada.
John's territory. Big John Hartnett.
The bus operator, Aaron Wiley. So Aaron Wiley has been desperate to see his terminally ill mom and hasn't been able to because of the whole coronavirus and everything that's going on, and nobody can go anywhere unless you are what do you call it?
Vaccinated.
Not just vaccinated. What do you call it? Well, we are. The kind of workers that we are. How could I forget the word?
Essential?
Essential. Yeah, unless you're essential. So, anyway, she has a terminal. Prognosis was terminal. So she has very little time to live. So he was trying everything he can to be able to drive over there. His luck is that he has a Class 1 license, which allows him to drive trucks. So he figured since truck drivers are classified essential workers, he thought that he could get a job delivering towards New Brunswick. And this way he might be able to make that trip to go see his mom. So he put his classified in some network site called Kijiji from Canada. And he was requesting a Class 1 position. He says that he had Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays off, and that he worked for Halifax Transit, and he's looking for a route to run from Halifax to St. John. He was willing to drive for free. That was the magic word, for free. He got a whole bunch of
Office.
people that wanted to help him out. They even had someone that was willing to test as a liver donor for his mom in a stream that he was doing when he was asking for this help. He got over 5,000 shares on his Facebook, and he said the response was so overwhelming that he had to turn his phone off, and he had to take his that Kijiji post. He had to take it down because people just kept calling to help him out. Okay, he still hasn't received the clearance to travel, but he's supposed to be getting the vaccine. Because Canadian health restrictions are currently in flux, as they say, which changes the rules from day to day. But he's been humbled by an outpouring of encouragement that he's received from total strangers, and he's hoping to be able to make that trip to go see his mom real soon. So this just shows how people got together, to help this man out.
Nice.
And at the time of this of this news, which was just like 2 days ago, he hasn't gotten that response. But all the luck to you, bus operator from Halifax,
Nice.
Canada. Yeah, let's hope that helps him out. Man, that must be rough, man. You want to see your moms and you can't. This whole pandemic, a lot of people were not able to see their loved ones when they were in hospitals.
And when they pass away.
And when they pass away, even worse. By the way, do you know that they still have trailer after trailer here in Brooklyn
Yeah.
by the on 39th Street at the end? They're still there. There's still a bunch of tractor trailer trucks with just bodies. What I don't get is these are bodies that have not been claimed. Like, how could you not claim these bodies? I don't understand how. They're not trailers full of homeless people. So how in the world are people not missing their loved ones and checking out to see how they are or where they are? So a lot of them that are in there are unclaimed bodies. Sad, man. That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know how that works. FEMA. I don't know.
I mean, right? I mean, I don't understand. What's up, Bobby? Say.
That's sad. You know what's even sadder? People still think it's fake. People still think it's a hoax.
Unreal. By the way, Jackie Gleason, they were just given. I don't know. Was it today? I don't know if it was today. They were actually given the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
J&J.
So, yeah. So easy. They're right in the depot.
A lot
I
of
was
people
talking to
don't
this
want that.
operator. He says, "Yeah, a lot of people are like, nah, that's fake. That's not gonna work." Don't. It's science, man. I trust science. And again, remember that this vaccine was created in a different way. That we're known that vaccines take like 10 years to create and whatever. This was a different way. I trust science. I went for the vaccine. I'm fully vaccinated. I know you're fully vaccinated. And
It has been around for 10 years. The vaccine. They've been working on it for 10 years. Yeah.
Well, for
Since
a
the
different
first
strain, but yeah.
Ever since the first launch, they've been trying to get ahead of it. So when this one came, they already had a jump on it. That's why it was one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why it took a year, supposedly a year. But they've been working on this for over 10 years.
Trust science.
The
I mean,
problem is,
you guys do what
it's
you want to do, but
Yeah, but the problem is that there's a lot of half truths in the conspiracies that are going out there. So it's hard to decipher what's true and what's not. And if you have any kind of hesitancy, once you hear and you get a hold of any kind of conspiracy, you're done. You're not even going to try to listen to the truth of what it is.
go online, folks. There's a lot of information out there.
Yeah, but a lot of the information is
make a smart
it's misleading. And the problem
true.
is, another problem is once you go down the path of misinformation, the internet continuously keeps feeding you down that path. So if you don't have somebody to correct you on where to go, where the right places to look, every time you type in your computer, it's going to say, "Oh, this guy likes this," or "This person likes this." It's going to take you straight to more stuff that has the same thing. So you're gonna keep getting reinforced the misinformation.
Yeah, but also if you're gonna be negative and not have an open mind, it's not gonna help you either.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to have an open mind too, not just because you see everything negative. You just remember you have your own mind, do your own research, and make a smart decision. I think I made a smart decision.
I'm good.
So
Let me tell you something. I got vaccinated. I'm good. I'm out my bubble. I'm good. You
you
do
feel a
what you
little
got to
more. You
do.
feel more comfortable. You
Yeah.
feel a lot more comfortable.
You do what you got to do for your family. I'm gonna take care of mine.
Guys, check
You-
this out. Check this out. We're ready to move on. Or check this out. This is De Blasio. De Blasio wants to. I don't know. A lot of cyclists are gonna be pretty upset about this one. Um, a license to ride. Yeah. So the idea is to have cyclists register and have a license plate for the bicycles. Thing is that a lot of cyclists are out there doing the wrong thing. They're riding against traffic. They're not following traffic rules, regulations. We as operators, we have problems with this all the time. You know, I don't have problems against cyclists. I have problems against cyclists who are a-holes and do the wrong thing out there, putting themselves and other people in danger. I'm 100% for this register plate thing. I would even go as far as to think that they should. Let's say if you have a car. I mean, I guess a lot of people that have bicycles, maybe they don't have cars. That's why they use bicycles back and forth. But maybe the ones that have, let's say, like I went and got a bike, it would probably have like a miniature plate of my car plate, kind of,
like a dual, matching plates.
like a matching plate, you know, something like that. Um, so far, in 4 weeks, there were 482 cyclists that were injured. Okay. And a lot of them will put the fault on the vehicles, but we're out there. Us operators are out there, and we constantly see them just flying by us, cutting us off. If we're between another car, they come right between the car and the bus, and that's a problem. That's a
Mhm.
problem. So this whole idea to register is because this way it's easier to give these people that are doing the wrong thing a ticket. Which what we got. Bobby says it's crazy. They ride against traffic on Fifth Avenue, the bus lane. They get hurt because they don't follow the rules. Yeah, and I've known always that the cyclists are supposed to stop at lights, just like motorcycles are supposed to stop at lights. So, what do you think about this point? What are your feelings, guys? Comment on how do you feel about having to register your bicycle with a license plate, good or
I don't
bad?
know.
Doesn't matter how you feel. Let us know.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't see how that's going to stop them from doing what they're doing.
Well, you think it wouldn't stop them? I mean, if cops happen to be at a point, I mean, the same thing with people that take stop signs or red lights, But when they get caught, they get caught. So
I don't know. I just don't. I just don't.
are
I
they
mean,
going to charge them? Do they have to pay to register? Because then that could also be a problem. You ride a bike because you don't want to
well, it's not
deal
going
with
to
the
be
whole
free.
point of having a vehicle,
It's
and
not
now
going to
you,
be free.
huh?
It's not going to be
Not
free.
not
Not
going to
in
be
New York.
free,
Not New York.
right?
I don't know. I just think they just need to be. They need to
Really?
make a separate division, right? That's strictly for that kind of in the traffic division, like a subdivision of the traffic enforcement division, to maintain that, because all you got to do is really monitor that, because it's not everybody that's out there that's breaking rules. There are a lot of idiots out there, and it's usually the people that think they know the rules and they think that they're entitled because of New York City. They believe it or not, it seems like they have more entitlement to the street than cars and buses for some reason, and they kind of use
Because
that.
whenever one of them gets hurt, they go jumping at the other driver.
Hmm.
They always say because they're just like pedestrians. You understand? Pedestrians always have the right of way.
Right, like
When they're
Bobby
crossing
said.
the street, they got the right of way. So that's why they take their sweet time. They see a bus coming at them. They start even walking slower
Hmm.
when they see the bus coming because they feel, hey, I got the right of way. And I think that the it should be on both sides. The cyclists need to also take responsibility
Hmm.
for themselves. when they're out there. Not
Mhm.
just, like you said, they think that
You're entitled.
that they have the right, they're entitled,
Mhm.
and that is just not how it is.
Correct, Willie Colon. They also need an education campaign. Exactly. On both sides. On both sides.
I remember seeing stuff like that when I was younger, riding a bike. Like I saw commercials where they would show you the signals of, when you make the
Some
what
people
was,
still
what
do
was
that.
it? Right and the
Left and
left
right.
and
Yeah,
the
left
stop
and
was
right.
like this. But now I see people going like this, like they do their own freaking signals, and there are signals for that. And maybe
Mhm.
they should do that. Maybe they should have some kind of campaign on TV showing, little commercial spots showing how to signal and
The
what say you
problem,
got to ride on.
the problem is
That
going to
could
be
be
who's
something
paying for
else.
that. That's going to be the problem. Who's paying for that? Who's paying for the advertising spot? And then where
Well,
you put
maybe these cyclist companies. I mean, do you know that like
like
the
City Lights and stuff like that.
Americans with Disability Act, they pretty much run transit, which I found out not too long ago. You know how a lot of us are complain about, oh, we got the wheelchair or this and that, or we get in trouble if we don't do this. They pay about 60%
For the salary.
of transit,
Mhm.
run it. So they kind of
That's
run transit
that's
in a
why
way.
they have so much power in transit.
That's why it's so power. The classes that we get at Zuriga on how to deal with disability and all that. That's American Disability Act. They pay for that too. It's like MTA says, "Oh, you want us to teach these classes? Well, how much are you going to pay us?" So that comes with that. So they have a lot of rights. So we really cannot get upset. They're putting a lot of money into TA pockets.
They are.
But
And
we
that's
just
why
have to find the medium to work with everybody. But again, cyclists need to just. I mean, maybe they should make this. I don't know. Now you make me think. Now you're making me think twice about the register for the plate.
I mean,
But
if it's a deterrent, then it's a deterrent. But
there has to be something.
it's just like putting the cameras in the subways.
But the thing is, because if you stop a cyclist and they don't have a ID, I'm just
lock
riding
them
my
up.
bicycle.
You lock
How
them
you
up
gonna?
if you take they box.
Lock them up.
In New York, if you don't have an ID, you going down.
They could lock you up. Yeah,
You going down.
yeah.
Now they take your bike. You're done. You ain't getting your bike back.
But I'm guessing that's why they wanted to do this, because like De Blasio was saying that this way it's easier to give them tickets if they do the wrong thing. So that means that probably a lot of these people don't even carry ID or say they don't have
That shit
ID
is
on
for the
them.
law-abiding citizens. Half the motherfuckers I know ain't doing this shit. They ain't doing that shit. I mean, if it's gonna deter some people, then go ahead and do it. I don't see it having any effect. Just like I just said earlier, just like cameras in the subway, it
Mhm.
ain't gonna have any effect. Since when we've been having cameras on every city block, since how long? Motherfuckers still out there shooting. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, they'll still do it if
Still
they
out
want to
there
do it. They'll do
shooting
it.
and
I mean,
stuff.
it's an
Still
easier
out
way for them to get caught. It's easier for them to get caught. But then again, when it comes to transit, it's like they basically get a slap on the wrist and then they let them out anyway.
there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
that is.
that's it for that. Let's move on.
Mhm.
Next segment. Next segment. I just love our next segment. Customers doing things wrong. If you first on the bikes, now on the buses. So you know what time it is.
It's oh sir,
No man, you're doing it wrong. That's not the way it goes. It's time for passenger etiquette.
Passenger etiquette. When we try to give you guys a little bit of etiquette on what to do
should
or
do.
not do.
on your bus and your train.
Exactly.
What you got for us?
So today, this thing that really causes an issue with a lot of operators, not just operators, customers, the phone calls, man.
Ooh.
People on the bus on the phones and making their phone call public to everybody on the bus because they're like talking so damn loud like this, or they have the speaker on.
Speakerphone? Oh,
Yeah, they want to have the speakerphone and they're still like this, but they got this. I'm like, yo, you fucking deaf? Oh, I cursed. Damn, that one slipped out, Blunt. That one slipped out.
mine slipped a couple already.
Yeah,
See if I can try to go back and edit it.
I know I say a something, but
Yeah,
well,
I full blown one in.
So this video won't get monetized. Oh well.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah. So yeah, it's folks. When you're on the bus, we don't really need to hear your conversation. You could have a conversation, And the other thing is, I see a lot that they're on the phone. They got the mask and they bring down the mask to talk. I could hear you. We're driving and we could hear your conversation. What makes you think the other person on the other line is not going to hear you when you're like this, even with your mask? They could hear you. That is so annoying for many people.
And distracting.
And you know what is messed? I don't know if all the buses is right now. I'm doing on the 35 with the Arctics. We used to have that easy speak, and I don't see them on the Arctics. It's like they took them off. So I don't know if any of the other buses they did it too. I don't know. Maybe on the next pick when I want to switch over. Other way, I'm out of that 35. I'm done. But that's another another talk. But yeah, and when they would be on the phone, I would hit that paddle and just hold it there for as long as I could, and then let it go, and then you hear it through the whole bus, and you see them like, oh shit. But please, folks, that's in Japan. They look down at that. In Japan, it's a really big deal. That's how they catch. That's how they know when you're like when you're a visitor, to Japan. And Japan is a big deal if you're on trains and buses, and you're having conversations on your phone. That's like a big no. It's
you have some kind of penalty or something when you do it?
It's not a penalty, but it's like like an unwritten kind of rule. You don't get no penalty or tickets. It's just like here, like passenger etiquette. You just don't do it.
Yeah.
So in Japan, it's just a thing that you just don't do. It's just quiet. People get on the bus or the train. They want to, they're going to work. They're going home. They're tired. They just want to have a nice, relaxing ride. They don't need to be hearing this one screaming and cursing out or whatever. And please, folks, if you're listening to this, or if you know people that take the bus or the train, just let them know. Listen, next time you're on the phone talking to me, can you just lower the volume or speak low, and don't put your speaker. Nobody needs to listen.
It's distracting. It is
distracting. Yeah, to hear the rash that you have in your ass and nothing like that. We don't need to hear about that. And it is distracting because if you're driving, suddenly you hear, hey, well, you know what? And you're looking like, oh shit, did I miss somebody's stop or something? Like, you start that bothers you. So please, it is very distracting. Thank you for saying that.
Like Bobby said, though, I heard some juicy stuff too. I joined in the conversation one time. I'm like, "Word! Oh man, this is good." She looked at me and rolled her eyes. I'm like, "Well, I'm talking loud enough for everybody."
You're making it public, right? Let me put in my 2 cents.
This is good.
You know what you gotta tell them? You know what you gotta do?
I wouldn't do that.
Hey, just like when they get on the bus, they're gonna ask you, "Oh, where's so and so? How do I get to them?" You start talking, and somebody back there starts, "Oh yeah, you know what you got to do? You got to take."
And listen to the next person.
Yeah,
I had that done.
That's so
annoying. I got on
annoying.
the bus. I was doing the B9, and the guy got on my bus and said, "You go to Flatbush Avenue?" And I'm like, yes, I go to Flatbush Avenue, but and this guy's like, "Yeah, you go to Flatbush, blah, 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 blah." So he listened to the guy in the back.
How helpful people are, huh?
When I got to Flatbush Avenue, and right there by the Dunkin' Donuts, Flatbush Avenue, he said, "Oh no," I'm like, "This is Flatbush Avenue." "Oh no, I wanted to be over there by the Barclays Center." You want to listen?
Should have listened to the bus operator.
This is as far as I go.
I mean, who's gonna know more? And if you don't know, you would just tell them, "Listen, I don't do this route often." Maybe you could ask somebody in the bus, but let us talk. Let us say what we got to say first.
Yeah, right. That was two. That was 2 for 1.
So phone calls, please stop those loud other effing phone calls on the bus. We don't want to hear it. Next and last topic we got coming out of London North Railway. This was a doozy one. This is, we have to end it with a good one. This is a doozy one, folks. So this comes out of London. They apologize to a passenger for getting upset. This is the passenger right here. Oh, hold up a second. Hold up a second. What's the company? London North East Railway. They apologize and promises to deal with the conductor and for using this greeting. Oh, it's a greeting.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So, and this is his complaint. So, as a non-binary person, this announcement doesn't apply to me. So, I won't listen. He's upset.
That's what he said. Wait, let's not say he. That's what this
Oh, sorry.
non-binary
It's a
customer sent. Was it on Twitter? Probably the London North Eastern Railway Twitter. And what did they say to him?
Look at their response. Listen to their response. I'm really sorry to see this, Lawrence. Our train managers should not be using language like this, and I thank you for bringing it to my attention. Please, could you let me know which service you are on, and I will ensure they remain as inclusive as we strive to be at LNER.
I mean, I don't know. We've been told not to say that also.
Really?
I believe it was last year. Yeah, we were told that. That's why now they say they don't say ladies and gentlemen. They say hello everyone.
Oh yeah.
You know, so they stop. So they kind of don't want us to do it either. But it's very hard when you're brought up this way. This is still kind of new to a lot of us to not use ladies and gentlemen. It's something we do. We've done it here in the show many times. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's how we're brought up. But the thing about this non-binary passenger who goes by the Twitter name Lawrence and uses the pronouns they and them also states that they, I'll say he, she, they represent the Rail, Maritime, and Transport Trade Union. So this guy is a union. It's a union person. So, I mean, I thought unions kind of look out for each other and support each other.
Right.
So for this union person to throw another union person under the bus, for say, I mean, I didn't see why he would have to do something like that. There was really no. I don't think there was a reason for that. He could have just spoken to the operator. The operator didn't mean it. The conductor, I'm sure, did not mean it in a way to offend anybody on his train. Probably is, again, like you or me, brought up in a way where you are all about ladies and gentlemen, and ma'am and sir. You know, I find it so hard right now that sometimes I bite my tongue when they come in and I'm like, and they ask something like, yes, sir. I mean, you know, like people, like when I make an announcement like, hello, folks, like I'll say folks or hi, people, this is the last stop. Like it doesn't seem as friendly, I guess, as when or professional than saying ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, this guy, this
is the world we living in right now.
I don't want to say put his face back up. You got his picture? Put this person's face back up. He has that face like haha, you know.
Like I got you.
Yeah, there was just and the thing for him to be from a union, he represents a union
with that giant zit just looking right at you.
Guy, man. You don't do stuff like that, man. You didn't have to do that. You did not have to report this person. You could have just spoken to him and said, "Listen, I'm non-binary. Could you not use that?" And maybe he would have, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, LGBTQ plus community. I didn't mean to disrespect you in any way, but it's how we are brought up. Sí, Willy Colón, sin vergüenza.
The term itself is not disrespectful. They're making it disrespectful. It's not.
It's not. It's actually very respectful. We're brought up telling our older sir and ma'am. Not they and he and them. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. Again, not trying to disrespect any of our non-binary watchers if we have any, or maybe we lost some, but we're also learning. This is something new. I understand the whole transgender community and all these things going on, non-binary and panda and all that stuff, that names that are coming up. But don't hate on us for something that's been going on for ages. It takes time for people to get used to these changes. and don't take it in a bad way, okay? Unless you're being attacked, unless the person knows that you're, let's say, non-binary, and they're throwing attacks at you, then you may have a right to defend yourself. But to say, oh, that message does not apply to me because he said, ladies and gentlemen, come on, that's just being foolish. That's really just being foolish. And it gets people very upset, very angry, want to make you vent,
Sure does.
and it gets its time.
It sure is.
Say hello to my little friend.
Are you angry about something, Blunt?
Yeah, but
What
I can't talk
piss?
about it on the phone.
What?
I can't talk about it here.
I think you can.
We would get shut down.
Who's gonna shut us down? Facebook? Is it about Facebook? Is it about the owner of Facebook?
Fuck Facebook. Oh, jeez.
Cling. Next week I'll be doing the show by myself.
I'm never gonna get back on.
They got your trick. Yeah, guys, tell us what pisses you off. You know what? I want to vent about something because I got it this morning. I didn't post a picture, but maybe I could show it real quick over here somehow. And bus operators will know. We talk about this all the time. See if you know what we got here. What do you see there?
Seatbelt.
See that thing right
Yes,
inside the housing of the seatbelt? That was this morning. That's
Is that
a stack
transfer or is
of
that
transfer.
something else?
It's a stack of transfers. I actually had to get my key and plug that thing out. We've been talking about that for quite some time, about stuffing the seatbelt housing. It is a dangerous situation if you don't see it and you get in your bus and you're driving and you're gonna get into an accident and that stuff is there. It is dangerous. It also takes time. It took me actually 6 minutes. 6 minutes to get that out of there. That was how tight and deep that was. When I took the pictures, when I had brought it up a bit higher. And I don't want to go into the yard, and even though I've spoken about it, and say, listen, the operator who had this prior stuff that with transfers, you don't want to do that. You talk about, snitching and all that stuff. But guys, we talked about it so often that pisses me off. Don't do that. If you do that, do it in a way that you can take it off when you either get off the bus or you're going to make a relief. Because not everybody has that issue that they need that on the seatbelt. Again, it's still a danger. So that's my vent. Stop stuffing the seatbelt. This is what they said. The housing. Stop stuffing that with whatever paper, whatever. Don't stuff it. And if you do, take it off, man. You want to put yourself in harm's way? Put yourself in harm's way. Don't put other operators in harm's way. But that's my vent with this segment. You guys, if something's if something's pissing you off, let us know. If you want to talk about something on the show, let us know. If you want to be part of our show, email us at twotransit MVP. Twotransit misfits at gmail.com. That's where you email us. If you want to join us on our show too, you want to be part of the talk and join us here live right in this spot here with us, hanging out with us for a show, and you got something to talk about, email us. Let us know.
Yep.
We're coming to the end of our show now. So, Blunt, you do have something before we leave, right? You have it today. Did you freeze? Oh, you froze there for a second.
Oh, my quote.
Your quote, of course.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you want to do your
No, I'm not.
good?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
All right. So since you're not going to, all right. So anyway, my quote of this week pretty much goes out to the families and friends of the VTA shooting, and it also goes to our transit local 100 brethren who all passed away from either COVID or anything on duty related. And it basically says, the life of the dead is placed in the memory of the living. So to our brethren in California, VTA, to our local 100 members that passed away from COVID or any other service-related incident, we love you. We miss you. You will live forever in our hearts. You will never be forgotten. Right? So,
there's no other better way to run the show. Done with that.
right?
Guys,
So,
don't forget, we'll see you all next week, God willing. I'm not just trying to find something here real quick. We didn't use our friends'
it was no
videos.
spot for it.
Yeah, our spots.
We'll get it.
Yeah, we'll get them next week.
We got
We'll
them.
use
They here. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, they ain't going
They're in the
nowhere,
system now.
and they'll know. I had to tell them when it was going to be used too. I didn't tell them it was going to be used today. So
So, see, that's good because they would have missed it.
exactly. I'm still looking for something right here, real quick. Oh, where is
Remember,
it?
says, love you and miss you. Thank you for your service, brothers and sisters.
And with that said, I'm Brooklyn Pete,
And I am your boy Blunt.
and that's the end of our show.
And fuck them, Facebook. If they can't take a joke.
See you all next week.